Good evening and welcome to the first of two meetings tonight. My name is Dennis Buckley, Mayor of the City of Beech Grove. This time we will convene our Board of Sanitation meeting for Monday, September the 18th, 2017. In lieu of a roll call, I will ask each participant to introduce themselves, beginning on my far right.
Dave Harrison.
Dan McMillan, Clerk Treasurer.
Craig Wiley, City Attorney.
Sandy Seward.
Thank you, Board. You've been presented a printed copy of the minutes of the previous meeting dated Monday, September 5th, 2017. The floor is open for any questions, comments, or corrections.
I have none, thank you.
Nor do I.
No questions, comments, or corrections. I'll ask for a motion to approve the minutes as presented.
I'll make said motion.
Second.
All those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 I also vote aye and the motion carries. Thank you. This evening, Board, we have 3 pages of wastewater claims in the amount of $96,990.66. Floor is open for any questions or comments.
I have none.
And I do have a quick question, please. On page 2, third from the bottom, Shrewberry and Associates. It's a small amount, it's $215, but it's for St. Francis demo. Are they gonna do they reimburse us for that?
No, we hired them to look after our interest for sanitaries.
Okay.
So this is just, that's an indication they're not doing a whole lot yet over there.
Okay, perfect. Thank
But,
you.
That's what that's for.
Thank you.
Dave, any questions or comments?
No, I have none.
If there's not any more questions or comments, I'll ask for a motion to approve the wastewater claims dated September the 18th, 2017, in the amount of $96,990.66.
I'll make said motion.
I second.
All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
I also vote aye, and the motion carries. We have no unfinished business carried over from the previous meeting, and we have no new business this evening. Comments from board members?
I have none, thank you.
I have none.
No comments. I'll ask for a motion to adjourn the meeting.
I'll make said motion.
Second.
The meeting is adjourned at 6:02 PM. We will convene the Board of Public Works and Safety meeting in 5 minutes. Thank you. Good evening and welcome to the second and final meeting tonight. My name is Dennis Buckley, Mayor of the City of Beech Grove, and at this time we will convene our Board of Public Works and Safety meeting for Monday, September the 18th, 2017. In lieu of a roll call, I will ask each participant to introduce themselves, beginning on my far right.
Dave Harrison.
Dan McMillan, Clerk Treasurer.
Craig Wiley, City Attorney.
Sandy Seward.
Thank you, Board. You have been presented a printed copy of the minutes of the previous meeting dated September 5th, 2017. Floor is open for any questions, comments, or corrections.
I have none, thank you.
I have none.
No questions, comments, or corrections. I'll ask for a motion to approve the minutes as presented.
I'll make said motion.
And I second.
All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
I also vote aye, and the motion carries. This evening, Board, you have 27 pages of corporate claims in the amount of $850,630.69. Floor is open for any questions or comments.
I have none, thank you.
I have none.
No questions or comments. I'll ask for a motion to approve the corporate claims dated September 18th, 2017 in the amount of $850,630.69.
I'll make said motion.
And I second.
All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
I also vote aye, and the motion carries. We have no unfinished business to carry over from the previous meeting. Under new business, we have several items. The first is a permission to hire Compliance Division Board. Recently, we accepted the resignation of David Carlson. As of September the 11th, David is completely off of the books. I ask for approval to proceed to fill the vacant compliance position as a result of this resignation. As a result of Compliance Officer Rim's experience as a fire inspector, I will laterally move him over to fill the fire inspector's position, and upon your approval, fill the vacant compliance position. The hourly rate will not change for Officer Rim, and the new compliance person's hourly rate shall be what is set forth in the current salary ordinance. Floor is open for any questions or comments.
I have none.
Nor do I.
And if not, I'll ask for a motion to fill the vacant position in compliance.
I'll make said motion.
Second.
All those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 I also vote aye, and the motion carries. Thank you. Brad, DPW mechanic.
Good evening, Mayor and Board. Dear Board, it is my recommendation to the Board of Works that the city hire Matt Maurice for the position of mechanic at the Department of Public Works. Mr. Maurice is currently a mechanic with the Indiana State Police and has been found to be the most qualified candidate for the position. Mr. Maurice is the brother of Deputy Police Chief Michael Maurice, but will not be in his direct line of supervision, which will not violate the current nepotism policy, and I referenced Employee Handbook Article 14, Section 3. The position will have a biweekly salary of $1,855.93. Mr. Maurice will be filling the position vacated by Tom Wilson's retirement. Mr. Maurice will serve a one-year probationary period. If approved, Mr. Maurice will be considered full-time starting October 2nd, 2017, and there is money in the MVH budget to fund this position.
Thank you. I had talked to our legal counsel when, Brad, when you talked about considering hiring Mr. Maurice. I talked to Craig about it, and did you want to comment on it?
I mean, you've articulated the issue, and you're right. As long as he's not in the direct line of supervision, it shouldn't be a problem.
I just wanted to make sure that it was disclosed publicly that, of his relationship with his brother, so. But anyway, the floor is open for any questions or comments.
How old is he?
Late 30s. I'd say 37, 36.
Okay. I have nothing else.
I'm guessing. That's what I was kind of, I didn't ask him. You know, you sort of got to be careful when you ask somebody their age in an interview, so
Well, I'm
that's,
38.
yeah.
What's the problem?
But that's sort of what I was told was that ballpark range, so he looks pretty young.
Yeah. Okay.
Which for us, and just so you guys know about the process, we interviewed, a few people, and Tom Wilson was involved in those, and I relied heavily on his opinion, and he felt most comfortable with this gentleman. I did as well. He fits our culture of what we have out there. I think he's going to do really well. He's excited about it. We just had a good interview and a good vibe from him, and like I said, I really trust Tom and his his feelings about when he meets people and what he thinks they're qualified for. This gentleman currently does exactly what we're going to want him to do. He's working on police cars and things for the Indiana State Police, so he can handle anything at Public Works. He's worked on a farm where he worked on combines, so he's worked on a variety of things. So very qualified, and in my opinion was the best person to fill the role.
Further questions or comments? If not, I'll ask for a motion to approve the director's request to hire, what's his name?
Matt Maurice.
Matt Maurice.
I'll make said motion.
Second.
All those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 I also vote aye, and the motion carries.
Thank you.
Next up, North Bend Drainage Project. Emily Nelson from Westler's here tonight. Emily, can you walk us through this, please?
Hi, so the North Bend Drainage Project, we started designing a few months ago. We've had several site visits and met with the residents, and on August 31st, we had a public meeting with the residents so that they could give us feedback. So this design is now 100% complete and ready to be sent out for quotes. We're anticipating it'll come in around $100,000 for construction costs.
I attended that meeting they had with the residents in that area, and one gentleman, Mr. Craig, had lived in that neighborhood. He built a house there 51 years ago, and he doesn't live in the same house. He lives in the house next to it. But he was telling the people that when he moved there, there was a drainage problem. So that problem has been going on for
For decades.
over 51 years. So, and I think when we took a look around, that was the area where it was, what they call that, surveyed. So, there's quite a few drainage problems in that area, and fixing this problem is really going to help those people on North Bend and
In
Redford.
Redford. This will directly impact 6 properties and will indirectly impact the other properties around that. So,
So, any questions or comments from board members?
I have none.
Dave,
No,
anything?
I don't have any.
If not, I'll ask for a motion to proceed with the North Bend Drainage Project.
I'll make said motion.
Second?
All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
I also vote aye, and the motion carries.
Right.
Any word on the project that just got wrapped up?
I have not heard. I'm waiting on final paperwork on that. So,
I know that we corrected 5 different problems throughout the city, and the feedback that I'm getting is that it worked.
good, okay.
I wish it rained a little bit more because we need it, but it was good to hear, because some of those problems have been around for a long time, and they're gone, so. All right. Emily, is there anything we need to do this evening?
Not that I know of.
All right.
We're good.
We'll proceed. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Surplus equipment at City Hall. I put together a little list, and I just want to read to the board. I would like to have the following items declared as surplus and placed in the next city auction. 1 wood easel stand. I think it's broke, actually. 1 stool, 6 office chairs, 1 PIX mobile TV stand, 1 Magnavox TV, 1 wood table, 2 office desks, 1 MS 460C paper shredder, 1 floor buffer with 4 pads, 2 full door screens, 21 plastic window covers, and 24 2x4 ceiling tiles. This all stemmed from when we collected water down there. You know, it was sitting down there. Some of it has been down there, and it was caked with dust, and, you know, serves no purpose, so why don't we surplus it and put it in an auction and get rid of it? So it's all sitting down there if you'd like to go down and see it after the meeting. But I would ask that we surplus that, and we can get it out of there, we can clean that up down through there. And further, it says, I would like to invite you to view our storage area, and you'll quickly understand why it needs tended to. And then it's important to note that no records will be removed during this cleanup. So, any comments from board members?
None.
No.
If not, I'll ask for a motion to approve the list for surplus.
I'll make said motion.
Second?
All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
I also vote aye, and the motion carries. Thank you. Front lobby security. I wanted to read this into a record, but Dan and I have been talking about doing something on that side of the building. People now are becoming, I don't know if just society or what it is, more agitated. And in the last couple of weeks, the gals over there have had 3 confrontations with citizens. One, they had to call the police. Another occasion, the guy left, and then another occasion, the chief just happened to be in the back of City Hall and heard it, came out and told the guy to leave. And then a couple, 3 months ago, I think, there was a guy sleeping back in the foyer by the back door. So we started talking about maybe getting some estimates on what it would cost to put some cameras up and some panic stuff under the desk. So I want to read this to you. The folks at City Hall, including myself, have discussed for a period of time installing security cameras in the front lobby area at both the front and rear entrance to City Hall, along with a couple other sensitive areas. Also, discussion had taken place to provide emergency notification to a security monitoring company when an employee feels threatened by a citizen. In the last couple of weeks, the ladies up front at City Hall have been verbally confronted on 3 different occasions, of which on one occasion caused the police to be dispatched. Fortunately, on another occurrence, the police chief was in my office conducting business and heard the confrontation take place. We have also found evidence that a person on at least one occasion had been sleeping in the foyer at the rear entrance of the building. What I would like to request from the board is for approval to move forward with the installation of cameras and a security monitoring system to further protect the employees in the front lobby. This would also incorporate a monthly monitoring obligation for the alarm notification system. Camera installation would not require monitoring by an alarm company. Upon approval, I will proceed with obtaining some estimates for a couple local vendors. And Dan, do you want to talk about this? Because we've talked about it in the past.
Well, I just think it's definitely a good idea. I don't know what the monitoring cost would be. I've already checked into one company 2 different occasions. Should have went with them the first time because second quote was significantly higher. But I think as time changes, it's dark at 8 o'clock in the morning in the winter, and, women are entering the back, and so I think it is a good idea. Is it gonna stop anything? Who knows, but hopefully, if someone sees the cameras, they may think differently about trying something.
Floor is open for any questions or comments.
I think it's a great thing to do that, protect our employees.
Dave, any thought on it?
No, I'm all for it. I've heard about some of them.
Okay, a motion to proceed, to allow us to proceed to look into cameras and monitoring equipment.
I'll make some motion.
Second.
All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
I also vote aye, and the motion carries. Thank you. Permission to hire part-time crossing guard. Chief, this was the letter that was added today, so it wasn't in your packet, but you do have a letter on it now.
Mayor and Board of Works, I am requesting to hire on a fill-in basis Karen O'Gara for school crossing guard. She has passed a background check, and she will be paid $15.50 per hour when she fills in for a regular crossing guard.
So this is a sub.
This is a sub.
Floor is open for any questions or comments.
I have none.
I don't have any.
Any relation to the O'Garas down the street?
Yes.
Okay, we talked about it before the meeting. I don't think I know her.
She lives on second block, North 10th, I was told, and part of the Beech Grove O'Garas, the one that owns the tavern.
Okay.
I would guess a sister, but I'm not sure what that relation is.
All right. Any comments from board members?
I have none.
Not asked for a motion to approve the chief's request to hire Karen O'Gara on a fill-in basis.
I'll make some motion.
Second.
All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
I also vote aye, and the motion carries. Thanks, chief.
Thank you.
Added to the agenda, this isn't on the agenda, but it came in today, is a handicap parking permit. This is a new permit application, so I'll defer. Dan, is there anything special about this one?
No, as provided all the information's here, and it looks like it does. At this time of the year, it's only good from now until the end of the year, so it is at a reduced rate, which, it clearly states on the application. Brad, they still can get out there and paint, put sign in plenty of time before winter hits. Okay, no, I see no problem with it whatsoever.
Questions from board members?
No.
If not, ask for a motion to approve the handicap parking permit for James Wilson.
I'll make said motion.
Second.
All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
I also vote aye, and the motion carries. And the last order of business, board, this is not on the agenda as well. It came in today. The request to fill a vacant position at Hornet Park. And due to a recent resignation, the Hornet Park Community Center requests approval to fill the vacant receptionist position as soon as possible. So I take it there's more than one.
This
Yep.
part-time?
Part-time. So, any thoughts on that? I know we approved a resignation the other day. So, she called me today and I told her that the board would have to hire somebody, we won't do it tonight, but we can do a motion to start the process. So,
I do have one question. Does this have to be approved by the Parks Board?
I don't know.
I'm just not sure on that either. I know that they do have their own board that controls a lot of this stuff. And previously, they were not as active as this group here.
Right.
And so I don't know if, do you know, Craig?
I think,
I think we pay her, so we should approve her. I don't know if they may have to approve her as well, I don't know.
Right.
But on our end, we can go ahead and, whoever they want to hire. So, motion to approve the request to fill vacant receptionist position at the Hornet Park.
Make said motion.
Second.
All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
I also vote aye, and the motion carries. That concludes new business. Comments from board members?
I have none.
I have none.
No comments. I'll ask for a motion to adjourn the meeting.
I'll make said motion.
Second.
The meeting is adjourned at 6:26 PM. We will reconvene on Monday, October the 2nd at 6 PM. Thank you very much.